So this is Dr. Lawrence Hernandez, and I want to talk to you about DACA. And I'm sure you all heard today that the Supreme Court of the United States ruled against the Trump administration and upheld the right to have DACA exist. And for me, it's a very emotional moment today, because when we think about who are DACA recipients, these are children who have came to this country, many as infants, or just under 5 years old, and have lived here. This is the only country they've ever known, have worked, have paid taxes, have went on to achieve higher education degrees, and finally are able to come out of the shadows to some extent and not be afraid of being deported. Now just imagine getting that image in your head that your whole life, the only country you've ever known, and every day you have to worry about the risk of being deported to Mexico when you may not even speak Spanish. Or think of it this way, 29,000 DACA recipients are working on the front lines of COVID, all the way from lobotomists to physicians. And chances are that if you have been sick with COVID, or you've had a family member sick with COVID, or you know somebody, that they were taken care of by a DACA recipient. And they are finally able to come out of the shadows today. What this Supreme Court decision really means is that the Trump administration did not go about it procedurally correct in the way that they attempted to eliminate the program. That Justice Roberts actually said that it was capricious and arbitrary. Being capricious and arbitrary means that you did it simply for political reasons. You simply did it to appease your base, which is my personal opinion. But in essence, that's what Judge Roberts said. I think it's so important for us to really celebrate this moment, even though it's not a permanent solution to the issue of DACA, because now what happens is that the Trump administration could go back and try to find another means to eliminate the DACA program. But there's really not time for the Trump administration to do that, especially since I don't believe that it's likely that Trump will get reelected, my personal view. But it's important for us to think about what DACA means for the individuals that it's impacted. And that is that they don't have to worry about being deported. If the Supreme Court were to have upheld Trump's decision to eliminate DACA, he could have started a deportation process on all of those young people. And so many of them now have that burden lifted off of them. And having that burden lifted off of you is so important, because imagine working your whole life, living in a country that is the only home you've ever known. For all intents and purposes, you are an American citizen, except for the fact that you have not been able to get a path towards citizenship. And that is what this provides, is now an opportunity for Congress to come up with a true path towards citizenship. And for them, all of these young people, not to have that fear of deportation over them. I want you to know that not only our organization, but many organizations around the country and universities and colleges are there to support you. And I'm not just talking about supporting you with words and language and flowery speeches, but there's real opportunity now because of the Supreme Court's decision today to move forward with lots of programs that colleges had on hold. In fact, just this morning, I read letters from 8 different college presidents that now say they will treat DACA recipients just like any other student. In the past, most DACA students had to take out massive student loans and pay out-of-state tuition even when they were going to a college in their hometown because they were treated as international students. But now many of the universities are jumping on board and saying, you know what, we're going to treat them as in-state students, or we're going to treat them as students who are US citizens, and we're going to even create special programs to recruit DACA students. So we are here to help you with the college admissions process, but I want you to know that there's real opportunity for you and not to be afraid, and to that same courage that you have shown in protesting and standing up for what you believe in and how you've supported your peers is the same courage that I want you to bring forth as you apply for college and pursue your dreams.